Hello everyone, welcome back to the session. So, from this session, we will learn about Node.js. So, in the previous session, we have learned about what is Redux and everything state. And in the last 20 sessions, what we have learned, 20 plus sessions, what is like a React, front-end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and complete front-end technologies for now. So now we will learn about the backend technology, what is the Node.js, Express.js, and how the connection with the MongoDB database, and one further any and CRUD operations project. These are the things further we will learn in this next coming sessions. So first of all, let's go with the one by one step. Before that, I want to remove this stuff and create new one project for the Node.js. Okay, so let's delete it. Don't save and delete this, move to trash. So let me create a folder Node.js. I have deleted it for a clarification purpose. So Node.js. So first of all, let's know what is Node.js. We will learn about what is Node.js, and after that we will learn about prerequisites to learn Node.js. Let me increase the brightness. Okay, and you will learn about HTTP protocols and JSON format and client server architecture. Okay, along with that we will learn about REPL, what is the meaning of REPL and what is that, and modules in Node.js. Okay, so these are the topics we will learn in this session. So first of all, let me tell you what is Node.js. Node.js is nothing but it's a runtime environment. Okay, same like for example how we are using it in the Chrome, means like Chrome browser is a client side runtime environment. Same like for the server side, we will have a runtime environment which is Node.js. Okay, so before that, what is server side and what is client, I will explain you in detail. Let me check it. I think I have a folder of that. Downloads, documents. Yeah, I think I missed it. That's fine, not a problem. I will again create a new one. So here I will tell you what is front end, back end, server side. Already I have told you in the start of the introduction class, but it's a revision class, so I won't take much time in this concept, and that I will explain in detail. So basically this is one part which is in the front end, and this is in back end, and this is database. Okay, so this is you can call FE, which is called front end, and this is called server, which is called as a backend server, and this is called as DB, which is called database. So combination of server and DB is called as backend, equal to server plus DB. Okay, so from here to here, till now we have learned about the front end with the client side, and when we are sending the data with the help of API. Okay, that is called API. So from API we will send the data, and that data will be posted here with the help of Node.js server logics into the DB. Here we will do CRUD. So we have so many things. So we will do CRUD. What is that? I will tell you in detail. This is called HTTP protocols. So this is the HTTP protocols. We will use the simple as a CRUD operations for now. And what is the things like why we are using it, and what is the main usage of that, and what is front end and everything here. So as a for example, in real life scenario, let's take an example as here this is a customer as a restaurant, and this is an take as waiter, and this is called chef. Okay, nothing from the customer side. You will send this, 1 second, this is the waiter. To avoid confusion, I'll give here. So okay, now let's go. So here from the customer side, which is when you are going into restaurant, this is the customer where you will request in the backend. Means let's forget about all this front end, back end and also up to here only think about it. Okay, where in the customer you will give an order, right? To whom you will give? To the waiter. What waiter will do? He will give the same order to the chef. What chef will do? He will prepare the product and he will give back again to the waiter, so that the waiter will give back to you as a customer, so that you can eat the product. That is the same process we will use here in the front end, back end operations. So front end, what we will do? Simple. You will request the waiter. Who is the waiter here? API that this is the data I am sending, input data, or else this is the data I needed. What API will do? It will give to the server. In server, what will happen? In server, the logic means how chef will prepare the process and everything, it will be there here, and these are the ingredients whatever we need it. Okay, so this will take from the server connection, and it will be only between the ingredients and chef, how it will be like that only, server and DB only. So DB will not connect with the front end. So here it will do all the preparations and everything is done. He will give to the waiter. What waiter will do? He will give it to the front end. That is the same thing we will use as in the front end, back end operations. This is the architecture, overall architecture of any application, mobile application, desktop application, or as web application, anything. This is the overall architecture, how it will be there. So this is where the front end developers will come here and back end developers will come here, and DB and cloud computing, means like cloud computing and cloud architect, everything will come here. So these are the roles, different roles in an application will be developed by each in the real-time company scenarios. Okay, real-time world. So this is the brief about what client server architecture, which is called as application architecture. Okay, and now let's go with I have already told, right? For example, if you want to do consoles, okay, here this is the console, and if you want to do consoles here, what you will do? Simple, whatever in the front end side you will write it, it will reflect here. For example, here also I can write console.logof in the string Swhizz tech. So in the string I have given, and I am clicking on enter, it will show the Swhizz tech. See, so it's called as environment, where this console is an environment in the browser side. For the client side, to testing purpose only we will use the environment. That is what we are happening here. So that is what we will call as runtime environment, same like that thing. So in the Node.js also we have an environment. Node.js is also a runtime environment for the server side. So this is the what we call as Node.js. So Node.js is not a framework or not a library. It's just an environment where on that the framework is an Express.js. It will be used here, and that component means that thing we will use further in the means like server side testing purpose, like same like consoles. Okay, so first we will do what? Installation. Again I am saying installation for React anyhow we will do it, but I am saying again Node.js installation we need it for the Node.js. You'll go for here download, and we will, which browser means which OS you are using, you will use it, and 64 or 32-bit based upon the your processor, and you will select it and download. That's the only thing. Once you download it, you can check it with the command called node ---- version. So you can see 21.61 is the version which in this at present date, this is the latest version which we are using. So this is called Node.js, and for that, what is the programming language we will use? JavaScript. I told you, right? JavaScript is a programming language which will understand computer, one of the programming language. Okay, so here JavaScript we will use, and the prerequisites means what are the requirements we will learn. Prerequisites we to learn the JavaScript are JSON, which is called array of objects, which we learned in JavaScript. What we call as which we learned in the JS classes of JavaScript in array of objects. So what is the array of object? Here in the square brackets I will have multiple objects. So you can see array of objects in the JSON here. REST APIs like dummy APIs you can check, and these are the few array of objects. When you copy these and paste it here in the URL, and if you can check, oh, it's a fake one. Let me go with the fake JSON data. So dummy JSON data. So here this is the copy these, and you can go with the URL for testing array of objects. See, this is an object and this is an array of objects. See, inside it's in a square tab, as you can zoom, it's an array, and inside that we have ID1, ID2, ID3, ID4. So like that it will be there. So that is the called as JSON. And HTTP protocols means, I told you in architecture, right? CRUD means nothing but create the document data what we are having, read the data, update the existing data, any update we need it, or delete the data. So these are the CRUD. Everything will operations, everything from the front and back end, how we are doing in the architecture, I will tell you in the project, major project, how we are doing. So we are going to prepare in the CRUD project application, means front end to back end, which is called as MERN stack application, what we are doing it. Okay, so that is the thing. And now the main thing what we are using here is same like console in the browser. We have so in the same like that we have here in the back end, which is means like called as REPL. What is the REPL means? Nothing, just it's an environment. Okay, it's an environment. So where it's used for same like a front end, how we have the console data. Sorry, where is the Chrome? Okay, let's check here. How we have the console tab here. Here we have the REPL environment. So where you can check environment, anywhere you can check. Here also you can check, or else in the command prompt in the in a Windows, or else a Mac. Just you have to enter node and just enter. So it's enter into the REPL environment. So once you check console.log off, welcome to node class, and if you go and enter, see, welcome to node class. If you want to close it, come again, Control C, so that you will get it from outside. So you have to enter Control C for 2 times, or you can do the exit. Enter the command exit, you will get it outside from the node REPL environment. Okay, it's the same like this one, but in the real life it won't, we will not do there. We can do here also in the terminal. We will go here and we will get it in the things whatever we needed it. Okay, that's how we will happen in REPL environment. So where REPL is nothing but read, evaluating, and also printing the data and looping the data, whatever we need it, everything. Read, evaluate, print, and loop. This is called REPL data. So these are the things what we are using it in REPL. So now what I can do next is that once we are doing it everything, so let's go into detail in depth dive into final topic of the session is modules. So modules are nothing but which are user externals, how like node modules we have, that are the things which we are using for to run the program. So here basically in Node.js we have three types of modules. Okay, first one is core modules, second one is custom modules, and third one is npm modules which are using in JavaScript, means in the React. So those are the external third party modules which are using, and custom modules is like a not a predefined, we are creating it our own, which are already created also we will use. And core modules means predefined modules coming while installation node. So when you have installed the node, right, so like that only predefined we will have the modules which are core modules. So in that there are so many modules, you can check here like core modules in Node.js documentation, so that we have the official website documentation. Here this is the documentation for the version, and you can see the core modules, module scope and require and everything. Okay, these are the few modules which we can check it in documentation. No need to remember every module and everything, syntax and everything here. Why I'm saying, because whenever there is a changing of modules here, it will means the versions, whenever we are changing, it will be change, means the syntax or else the modules versions also will be changed along with the modules also. So don't remember it, just to get to know what is that and everything in core modules. So few core modules, most important, frequently like mostly we will use are the four modules which are like file systems, and after that we can use HTTP and also OS. So these are the few things we will use it as in the core modules. We will go in this session regarding the core modules. And now let's create a thing, means like a Node.js file, and we will go ahead for the further. So here is the Node.js file, and I will create like a main.js. Do anything whatever you need it, means like whatever name you want it, you can do it, that's fine. So let's go within node modules of core where you will write it. So for that you will write constant fs equal to require fs is a file module which is predefined like core modules which we are getting it. So we are importing that one, then we are reading that file asynchronously so that the data should be coming. Okay, so fs.read file so already we have the file data, we are reading it. So what we can do, like example.txt is the file which I will create later for reading the data whichever we have in it, and utf is a standard of English one, is a standard which we are using. And after that we will use error data, where arrow function we will use, and inside that arrow function we will write a function of if condition of error. In case of error, what we have to do is console.log of error dot message. Okay, that is one thing we can do. And so here error is the error message, we are printing it. Or else if it is not an error, what we are doing it, we will just console the data. So I think we no need of if else case here, directly we can do if it is error we are using it, or you will return the statement. Whenever there is a function and everything, you are returning empty return. Okay, or else it will, if it is not inside the data, means it's not an error, it will directly execute in the line number 10 what we have written. So console.log of what we are writing is file content. So we will write here and write data whatever we have. So if it is not error, it will read the data whatever we have in that file content. Okay, so once we read it, so this is called one process which is called read the file synchronously. Okay, ignore the spellings, my bad. So if you want to read the data and you want to write it and save data in another file programmatically, like how, for example, you have Google Sheet one, Google one, like a Word one document and another document. You want to copy this one into this one. So what you will write, Control C and Control V here. Not like that. Programmatically from the server side, how will you do? That is the thing. So writing the file asynchronously. Here also we will write asynchronously, because once the data we got it, then only we have to write the file, not, or else we won't write the file, right? So so constant write file, I will use it, where inside that same like that I will use the parameters. Let me first create an constant content to write as an indication that we will get to know hello file system is getting ready, is writing the data. Okay, so this how we will given this one, and we will write a write data function, where first of all we have to write here fs dot write file. So it will check the file system, we are writing the file, what we have to do, same like that. What is the file name you want to then output? For example, output.txt I want to give, because which is coming from the next content to write what we are getting, I want to give that as a parameter. Then I will give same like error, if in case there is an error, I want to show that inside that function itself. Okay, same, if error means console.error log of error, and write here file to write got error, and we will show that error message, or else we will write it like console.log of here data has been written in which file, output.txt file. Congratulations also we will write congrats, data has been. So this is how we will go it, and we will print the now data. Before that I need a file name with example.txt, because I want to read the file, right? Inside that example.txt I will copy this, paste it inside that, so that it will grab this one only. Now let's go with the server, where we will check ls, so cd node, inside that folder we are there. So to run the script, how npm start for React, here we will use node and the file name like main.js. See, now what is it showing? File content. What we have file content, here we are getting the file content, and what is the file content, what is the data, what we have written in the data, client server architecture, what is node and everything, right? Up to node modules, third module. See, now you can see up to node modules, third modules, we have all the data from here. I have highlighted the data what we have, everything. So this is the data which we have inside this. So again, after completion of writing the structure, I will show here. See, I have what I have written before. Here I am writing that congrats, data has been written in input text file. So this is what the console. Once the data is completed and error is not there, we will get the data. So this is what we call as destructuring. Not destructuring. My bad. What filing core module of writing, reading and writing the files, whatever we need it. So this is what we will do it here. So another thing I want to show you is http.js, which is another architecture. What, let me delete it for now, we don't need here, anyhow we have here. So http, how we will do it? So that is the thing, same like constant http equal to require http, we need it require from the core module. Now we will create sample server for connections in the future. How we will create it, that one I will use it. Server constant server equal to http create server, where we will use request and response. Request means which we are sending it, and response means what we are doing it. So we'll once I get the response, I'll write spelling wrong. We have to very thorough in this because everything we will use here are the pre-default one. 200 is a status code where the success is coming. It's a status code what we'll get it. So once content, we have to write the content type so that the browser can understand. Here it should be in a string quotation, and these are the common syntaxes what we are using. So everything what we will use in the future, the syntax will be the same for connection and everything. Just we will write inside that, we will write the logics whatever we needed it. So then I will give rest.end hello, what I want, http server slash, where forward slash is means next line it will be getting out, and this is what we called as creating sample server. So once you got server created, you have to write the port wherever the port you needed it. So I'm giving it in a port of 5000 because in the future we will use it 5000 because rate 3000 will be the React one. It's a common which we have learned. So I will use port comma, it should be same like that, port comma, and we will write a function. So after creating the function, we are connecting it so that it will listen. Okay, that is the thing what we are doing. So server is means that creating the server connection, and now we are here connecting. So console server running under particular port. Okay, so this is the thing, and again I will load node, what is the name, http.js, and enter. So somewhere we have done is already in use, it's already in use. So so once in your local it's already in use means you can't use it again, it will get the error like this. Clear. See, server is running at a port of 5002. Okay, this is what creating server, and it's a http which is a predefined one, and in the local means how we are predefining the things. So another one we have what we want to use like operating systems. It's just for knowledge purpose, we will won't use anywhere apart from this. So operating system is an just a predefined one, os equal to, we will write same like require, and here os. So what we can do is simple console.log of os information. So what our information we are using, let's grab that with the help of this. So what we are using is platform, what our platform we are using. So what is the platform? We can get it with os dot of platform. See, so and CPU cores. For example, I want a CPU cores. This is an architecture whatever needed. And for example, if you don't need of architecture in console, that log of what is the CPU of my machine. I'm saying that my machine CPU, what is it? So CPU. So once go there, input os dot CPUs. Don't worry about the syntax of these functions, everything. You will get it everything from the original documentation of the Node.js. So these are the few things what we are doing in CPU formation and everything. So let's close the server. We noded it, clear that, and write node os.js. See, what is the platform? Mine is platform Darwin and architecture is R7. And what is the course? I don't have any course because here we have written wrong. Now again we can check. See, I have a CPU core of 8. That is the length of CPU core which I am getting from the for my Mac. That's for my machine. This is the cores and this is the platform and this is the architecture. So we can know the OS determination features like this one, or else we can get a total memory also, like total memory as a function. It's a predefined function where we have calculation as a, we have to write a calculation 1024 into 1024 into 1024. So everything here what we written, it will be inside this. Now what I want is dot to fixed, means we are fixing the data. Sorry, we are telling the data to fixed and check how much is the OS total memory. So cannot read properties to fixed. Somewhere we have done mistake. Okay. So OS, I think here it will work. See, my memory is 8. So that's how we will you learn about what is the core modules and everything. So in the further session we will learn about further modules in upcoming classes. Thank you.